This is how I stack a 3-tiered cake. It's going to be 10-inch, 8-inch and 6-inch 2-layer, and I start by drawing round each of the boards that the cakes are going to be sitting on onto baking paper and cutting it out. Then to find the centre, I just fold it into quarters, and then that gives me the centre spot, and I mark that on the board and go through with a sharp object making a hole. This is going to be the hole that the central dowel goes all the way through. I keep those baking paper sheets because I'm going to use those later, and I just make sure that the dowel can go through the hole. I don't make fruit cake, and that was what the customer requested, so I told them that I'd be happy to buy it in from Vanilla Valley, and the customer was happy with that. So this is going to be the bottom tier. It's a bit shallower than my other cakes, so I hot glued 2 boards together the same size and attached it with some icing that had been melted in the microwave because this set's really hard. You can see there's a gap around the bottom, so I filled that in with marzipan just to try and make the cake as flush as I could to the board. And I just went round and covered the whole fruit cake with marzipan using my smoothers and just patching it up to make it as straight and flush as possible. It said 10-inch cake, so I'm not sure why it wasn't quite 10-inch, but never mind, it worked in the end. And then I covered it with white sugar paste. This is the top tier, a 2-layer 6-inch vanilla sponge, and this is the middle tier, an 8-inch chocolate. I used some ganache to attach the top tier to the board and then filled it with jam and buttercream. As I do with all my cakes, I then put it in the fridge in between to firm up. And I did the same with the middle tier, which was the chocolate 8-inch. Again, just filled it and then put it in the fridge to firm up in between. Vanilla Valley do have a great range of fruit cakes and other cakes that you can buy in, and I do have an affiliate link through the website on my page. It was then time to crumb coat the cakes in ganache. So for the vanilla cake it's white chocolate ganache, and for the chocolate cake it's milk chocolate ganache. Again, just fridging in between so they can firm up, and then I did another layer on both of them. These were all being decorated in white sugar paste. I usually do the panelling method with sugar paste, but with shorter cakes and square cakes I just find it easier to do the all-in-one method. I'm not sure why, so I covered them both with white sugar paste, just using my hands to stretch it down and using my smoothers as well to get a nice finish. I love it when cakes are covered and ready to decorate. They're like blank canvases. So the next step here was to stack them and decorate them. So that is in another video. Go to part 2 if you want to see how I securely stack and decorate these 3 cakes.